Thank you guys for watching my YouTube videos. If you like this video, please click on the like button and leave me a comment. Why not go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, and you can click that bell icon. Right, Guido? Let's tackle this video since summer is right here and it's getting hot. And what do you do if you have a turtle or a fish tank that is getting too hot? It's getting to temperatures that could be unsafe for your turtles or even your fish. So right now, my tank is just getting to where it would be considered to start to be too hot. I don't know if you can read that. Yeah, we kind of can. 85 degrees Fahrenheit inside of the tank. Now, it's not actually that though, because that thermometer on that heater doesn't do decimals and everything. So I actually have another probe that's in there. Let's see if we can do that. 84.7. So guys, also, before we even get into cooling, it's important that you have more than one, thermometer in your tank. The one on the right just goes to a probe that's in the bottom corner here. And the other one obviously is hooked up to the actual one of the heaters, a smaller heater. So I have a big 300 watt heater that's back there, but then I also have a 90 watt heater that is that black guy that's on its own. So two heaters. This one has an analog thermostat that's built in. You can't see it. You just set a slider at the top, and then that one has a digital one where you can tick it up and down. But that's good to use to make sure your heaters are actually calibrated and giving you the correct temperatures, because they don't always do that. So there's part one. Now, so there's precautions and stuff you can take. I mean, again, you get any type of air bubble maker, and that's gonna displace the water, and it's gonna get some of the hot gas out of there, and it's opened, and it's the summer, and if you're running AC, great. Although maybe you don't have a lot of air, or for this instance, the turtle tank's in my reptile room, and the reptile room temp sits about 81 degrees, so that's all right. But because turtles specifically have a dock, you're blocking some of the air that can leave the top of the tank, right? Because the dock is going to cover it. And then obviously, as you have more filters, no matter what filters, the motors, they're going to generate heat. So in this particular setup, one of the reasons why my turtle tank stays so clean is because I have a smaller filter that also has a UV light in it that's going to kill any algae, any bacteria, things like that. Well, that UVC light that's submerged inside of that tank is going to generate heat. Well, the nice thing that you can do on this type one is the tank itself can still run, filtering the water through it, but I just shut the UVC light off. There's just a toggle switch on there. And then you may notice that the tank is darker because I've shut off the submerged LED lights that are in there. So even though they're LED and they generate less heat, the effect I really want is the LED light in the tank, the way it illuminates the tank, not just from above it. But I go ahead and I shut that thing off so it's not generating heat. So if people want to come and see it, I can tick on, tick off. It's still plugged into the timer, it's just off. So no big deal. Okay, so then what do we still do? We've shut off our lights. We have an air bubbler in there. Ambient room temperature is less than 85. The AC runs, there's the cold air return in the house is working, everything is there, but the tanks are still too hot, whether it's for turtle or for fish. There's a great way that you can alleviate this, guys, is you freeze a water bottle. And I have multiples of these in the fridge, just in case, the temperature might ever be hot for a long time or they need a few. And you just take the water bottle, it's closed, and you're just going to take the frozen water bottle and you're just going to put it in the tank. And it just floats. It just floats there That's it. It floats frozen, and it is gonna cool. It's gonna cool that down a degree or two, slowly, over time. You don't want it to be too drastic. Now, let's say this was getting really hot. For God's sakes, Bertha, take it easy. Let's say this was getting really hot. What would you do? Well, you'd want to do a partial water change, and you'd want to put in cooler water. But again, the reason why you want to do these things slowly is you don't want to shock the turtles or the fish. So yeah, if you drained half of this and you put ice cold water in there, sure, your temperature's going to be great. But even if, like turtles, who want to be between roughly 75 to roughly 85 degrees Fahrenheit, if I was to take this from 85 and put a bunch of cold water in there, and it dropped from 85 to 75, that's still within their safe temperature, right? But that 10-degree drop is too drastic of a drop for your fish and your turtles. They're going to get sick. They could get extremely ill. They could die from that shock. Even though we're keeping it in the safe zone for the range, we've moved too fast through it. So that's something you need to keep in mind. If you do the frozen water bottle trick, guys, which is, again, it's the easiest thing to do. Just when you've got your water bottle, it can be a juice bottle. That one was an iced tea one. You drink your beverage, rinse it out, fill it up with water. I fill it up 90% of the way because you want a little bit of room for the ice to expand. You drop it in there. You want to put it on the side where your output is from the water. Look at Bertha. She's just going to get ready to try to eat me. Take it easy. You want to put it on the side of your output. That way, as the water is moving from there, it's just moving that slightly cooler water through. That's all. And that's something that you can do. I have 4 or 5 in the freezer, and I'll soak them in here, and then once it dries up, I'll be able to see the temp, and that's normally good for the whole day. Let's say it was really hot or your air conditioning broke. You can take it out, you can put another one in. If you really needed to, or the bottle is too small, you could put 2 in there. But that is the easiest way to just maintain on a hot day the temperature for a turtle tank, a fish tank, any type of water fixture that's just getting too hot. That will slowly over the time release that cooler than 85 degree Fahrenheit temperature from that water bottle and take care of it. So hopefully this has helped you guys out, because I know as it gets hot, people might get worried. It's really easy in the winter when this platform is getting too cold. I just turn on that supplement. There's a 40-watt ceramic heater in there to help keep the platform warm, but when you have to cool it down, you can raise that light. But when you have to cool the water, the old frozen water bottle trick. All right, guys, take care.